Mr. Speaker, I believe that the gravamen of my submission basically is to say that pursuant to the matters that I raised on the floor, and then indeed, Mr. Speaker, again, I stood in the dispatch box to give assurance to the nation that I was engaging the man. So I was basically informing this House again that indeed the right thing has been done, the communication has been made, and I only felt that I should at least bring to the fore the content of that. But, Mr. Speaker, I agree with him. I just want to rest my case by reiterating that further to my assurance, the gentleman would be in the jurisdiction in the appointed time as communicated to the special prosecutor for the in-person interview. However, he again assures his countrymen and women that should it be that they would need him via technology, he would also be available. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying this because this
back Ofori Atta just say OSP they wanted atono so I here no eja okwa ni ho ano OSP in the office any ade investigations ahodo a okobo mu no sisi akopi mo parliament ya Afenyo edi ho nkomo NPP for so e parliament di NDC for so di ho nkomo e chopa bi kura ba emre bi ama minimum asma make nyina da sisi omo kire say Ofori Atta beba no abe face OSP na ade crop potting pan OSP pesu wo hunu ewo Ofori Atta side no omo edi akire no nti omo promise OSP say den ene betene pep jese den OSP behia Ofori Atta na ade crop potting a opese wo de to nanim ana opesu wo hunu omo bie so di akire no.
And to assure the nation that this side of the House will do all it can to ensure that the member, the Honorable Ofori Atta, avails himself to attend upon the OSP. Indeed, I pursued it, I engaged him extensively, and his lawyers, Mr. Speaker, in a letter dated today, the 18th of February 2025, have written to the OSP, and for the avoidance of doubt, I shall read the content aloud. It's addressed to the Special Prosecutor, our redirection to attend the Office of Special Prosecutor. It reads, we acknowledge receipt of your letter dated the 17th of February 2025. We respectfully indicate that our client's post-mark date for his return cannot be any time before 6 to 8 weeks after the possible surgical intervention in March stated in the Mayo Clinic letter. Our client hopes that taking into account the surgery dated the 20th to 21st of March and recuperation period, he should be able to back to this jurisdiction between 14th May and 30th May 2025. We hope you find this date reasonable and same can guide your office in fixing a date for the in-person attendance of our client to your office for investigation. Having clarified the purpose and length of our client's absence,
Leader.
We hope that the tag of a wanted person.
Minority leader is doing is conveying a communication from the lawyers of Honorable Ofori Atta to this House. So, Speaker, the rules of this House are clear on communications. If you go to Order 65, it is clear on communications to the House. Who qualifies to communicate to the House and who qualifies to convey the communication to the House? They are clearly spelled out in Order 65, and I think that what he's attempting to do is to convey a communication by the lawyers of Ofori Atta to this House, which is clearly wrong. Mr. Speaker, it is clearly wrong to attempt to be the conveyor of communication from Ofori Atta's lawyers to this House. I think that it is not acceptable, and we cannot accept communication from the lawyers of Ofori Atta to this House. He is not a member of this House. He is not a Minister of State. And so there's no basis for this House to be receiving communication from the lawyers of Ofori Atta. We haven't summoned him before any of our committees. He is not to appear before a committee. We are not investigating him. So on what basis is his lawyers communicating to us when he will come to Ghana and when he will not come to Ghana? So, Mr. Speaker, there is no basis for the communication to this House of the whereabouts of Ken Ofori Atta. And he is not qualified to convey that message to this House. And this House cannot properly receive that message. So I object to that communication being made to this House about the whereabouts of Ofori Atta and when he will come to Ghana. I think the matter is between him and the Office of Special Prosecutor. Let him deal with them. This House is not interested in when he will come and when he will not come. So I object to this communication being made. He can step outside and organize a press conference and tell the whole country what Ken Ofori Atta is saying, but not to this House. So, Mr. Speaker, our orders are very clear. I object.
His objection. I wanted to do what we call elucidation, but when it comes to the jurisprudence of the House, I think he's a champion. I won't take his title from him. Mr. Speaker, I believe that the gravamen of my submission basically is to say that pursuant to the matters that I raised on the floor, and then indeed, Mr. Speaker, again, I stood in the dispatch box to give assurance to the nation that I was engaging the man. So I was basically informing this House again that indeed the right thing has been done, the communication has been made, and I only felt that I should at least bring to the fore the content of that. But, Mr. Speaker, I agree with him. I just want to rest my case by reiterating that further to my assurance, the gentleman would be in the jurisdiction in the appointed time as communicated to the special prosecutor for the in-person interview. However, he again assures his countrymen and women that should it be that they would need him via technology, he would also be available. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying this because this matter came to the floor. This matter came to the floor, and we discussed it at length. So the majority leader, if you don't want me to tender the letter, that's fine. I agree with you. I'm not going to do that. But just to re-echo my point, to assure you and to assure the special prosecutor that the man would come into the jurisdiction to avail himself for investigation and all other things that the special prosecutor may require of him. So, thank you very much.
Fine. I believe we could have done it in such a way that...
I only wanted, as lawyers, would always be asked that lay a foundation. But it's okay. I'm not litigating it. I've still addressed the matter. It's because I assured the House in the dispatch box. So, Mr. Speaker, I just end it.
Very well.
Yes.
Very well. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, just for our understanding of the practice, the procedure,
yes,
and what we can do in this House. Mr. Speaker, if you go to our standing orders, independent constitutional bodies defined, it says that independent constitutional bodies include the Electoral Commission, Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, National Commission for Civic Education, National Media Commission, Office of the Administrator of the District Assembly's Common Fund, Office of the Auditor General, Bank of Ghana, and other bodies established to have exclusive jurisdiction in the performance of assigned functions. Just for our education, the Office of Special Prosecutor is established and conferred with exclusive jurisdiction to deal with certain assigned functions. Then you come to Order 121 of our standing orders, and it says that audience to a head of an independent constitutional body. The head of an independent constitutional body may be summoned or granted audience at Committee of the Whole to brief the House on a matter of national importance. And then the head of an independent constitutional body shall not participate in debate at plenary. So there is a framework. If you really want this matter to come before this House, it can come by way of we summoning the special prosecutor to this House. And then we can ask him questions about the matter, where the matter has reached. And if you want to engage him, you can engage him at that level. So I'm not saying that nothing about it can happen, but there are procedures. And so that's why I'm urging you that if you want to really do that, go through those laid down procedures, but you don't have capacity to be conveying communications to this House.
Thank you very, very well. Honorable Member, listen to Medina.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I believe that as a matter of practice and also procedure, once the Honorable Minority Leader has accepted the objection in the terms within it came from the Majority Leader, it would be appropriate that I will pray, Mr. Speaker, to expunge from the records of Parliament and to expunge from the Hansard the part of the letter that was earlier read. Particularly, yes, actually it's void ab initio. And so, Mr. Speaker, I pray that Mr. Speaker would order that that part of the record be expunged from the record.